When it comes to sports in Lorain, your station to watch is TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
All right, thanks for joining us on WLCS TV 20 as we get set for junior high football. The undefeated Lorain Titans taking on the undefeated, once tied, Clearview Clippers in 7th grade football. Clearview won the toss at the beginning of the game. They deferred, so Lorain High will take over with the ball to start things off. A little pitch. That'll be McCall. He'll work ahead for a gain of a couple on that first down pitch. Titans in their away white jerseys, white helmets, and you can see them wearing the pink trim in honor of breast health awareness, breast cancer awareness. So even the young boys participating in that very noble cause. Take a look at Lorraine and we'll get some guys' names out for you. Hario Edwards will serve as the quarterback. I think we called McCall already. Gerald McCall was the running back. We'll pick everybody up as we go here, at least as many as we can. Going in motion across the formation, Zach Gonzalez. Pitch is going to go off to the left side of the offense. Again, nice little hesitation step there by McCall as he'll work forward to about the 39-yard line and pick up 3 or 4 there, and will bring up a 3rd and long for the Titans. Also on the field right now, Dominic Water, some of the linemen, Darius Martinez. See what else we got. It's tough to pick up the numbers when they're in the huddle, I got to tell you. By the way, I'm Don Vincent, along with Joe Bach, bringing you all the coverage today. Good to be with you. Should be having some fun here. 3rd down, and we're going to call it about 8. Slap. Fire across the middle. That one almost picked off, but then on the bounce, Zach Gonzalez made his play at it, so it'll be a 4th down and 8. Out trots Maurice Cleveland. I have a feeling he'll handle the punting duties.
Yeah, we'll see how he does. Punting's always an adventure, any kind of kicking in the 7th grade.
No doubt. 7th grade, 8th grade, pretty much.
Yeah, I think the rules here, you can't rush, if I remember, in 7th grade.
I saw a Division III college game the other day that made me wonder about the punting game. Got 2 deep here to return the kick. Andrew Engel, whose older brother is a quarterback for Clearview. High kick, nice kick. Javon Todd's going to get about the 35, waiting for some blocking to set up. Wants to catch the edge. Ball comes loose on the ground, and Clearview's going to jump right back on top of it. So they'll take over there at the 41. 6:18 left in the first quarter here. They'll wave the sticks down and get everybody set up. So my understanding, I checked in with Coach Collier from the varsity squad here at Clearview, and he said, you know, keep an eye on Javon Todd. He'll be running quarterback, and Andrew Engel will be a running back for this Clearview squad. So those are the guys we'll kind of keep an eye on here.
We got the inside scoop.
Yeah, it's good to know people sometimes. Fabian Kirkwood's going to trot out on there with the play, hand it off. Looks like they'll line up in a bit of a spread here. How do you like that?
Wow.
Junior high spread.
We'll see how that works out.
Norwood joins the 2 guys on the right side. They want to throw on 1st down, long ball, and that one's going to land in the midst of several different players. Dustin Smith, I believe, was the intended receiver. Good coverage downfield. Kevin Brown for the Titans was right there. Pretty ambitious for a junior high squad to go spread. That being said, good idea to have your junior high kids running the same offense that your varsity kids are running.
Exactly. Every year they improve, and hopefully get used to the plays you're calling and the sets, and hopefully become second nature.
Exactly. 2nd down and 10. Calling that incomplete pass. Clock stopped at 6:13, which could certainly draw out a junior high game. Todd's just going to try to turn the corner. He does so at the 45 to the 50. Look out. He's got 1 man to beat. Cuts back across the field. He's at the 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Clearview. Well, once he got the corner, it was just a matter of a couple cuts, and he does have some wheels. Coach Collier is pretty high on young Mr. Todd, and you can see why there with that speed, and it's tough. Again, Joe, we talked about the junior high level. Well, it's tough to catch that guy from behind in junior high.
Oh, yeah, he had the right angle, made the right cuts going down the field, and it was nothing but end zone for him.
If you don't take exactly the right pursuit angle, it's tough to catch those fast guys. I've tried it once or twice.
Well, you were a fast guy yourself.
Yeah, well, once upon a long time ago. Now it's going to line up in kind of a triangle formation. Looks a little option. Underhand flips it off to the left side. Engel will not find the end zone. Good stop out on the edge. Zach Gonzalez coming up and putting the stop out on that edge. So tip of the cap to the Titans there.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice pursuit to have them deny that 2-point conversion. So yeah, we'll see what the Titans can muster, or the Longhorns can muster on their.
Are they the Titans or the Longhorns?
You know, I'm not sure. You know, like their gymnasium. I think they're still the Longhorns because if General Johnny Wilson played Longfellow, it would be the Titans versus the Titans. So
you're right.
But they have the Lorraine
jerseys, yeah.
Lorraine as signifying Lorraine as a community, but I think they still retain, because their gym floor still has the eagle mascot for General Johnny and the Longhorn for Longfellow. So we'll go with that.
All right. Well, hey, I'm good with that. Back to the offensive end here for Lorraine. How about we go with that?
Yeah, there you go.
I'll keep it nice and simple. A pickup of a couple there on first down as Edwards tries to create some space. Mike Hale rather, trying to lead block there, as well as Josef Alziera. Trying to create some running room off on the left side of that offense. I'm not sure that was run as designed, because at some point Edwards just said, okay, get out of my way, I'm going to run it. Anthony Cruz is going to split out to the near side. Looks like Gonzalez, the young man that made that tackle at the other end, is going to line up on the slot. He'll move from left to right across that offense. Dominic Water looks to line up as the tight end on the left side. Edwards high snap. Pitch is going to go out to McCall. McCall wants to catch his edge. Good contact out on the edge. McCall lowers a shoulder. He's going to get up near the 43-yard line.
Yeah.
Brings up a 3rd and short. That was a solid run.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it looked as if he was going to be contained, but boy, he just used some skill there and picked up a nice 6 to make it 3rd and 2.
Well, he's a big kid. You know, he looks to be physically mature. I mean, he's not filled out completely, but physically mature in terms of height and the way he's put together.
Yeah, 7th and 8th grade, you'll see a lot of variances in sizes and weights.
Exactly. So you might see him taking it around the right side this time. Although we did see some passes as the Longhorns were warming up. Handoff goes to the first back. That's going to be a first down out across the 45 to the 47-yard line.
It'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, very nice. And on the carry that time for the first down, Maurice Cleveland. Linebackers for Clearview there on the stop. In particular, I think I saw Andrew Engel making some contact there as well. Splitting out to the left side, Tayshawn Brown. I'll run slot formation to the near side, and again, you know that you get those 3 backs. You got the quarterback, a running back, and a tailback. It's essentially a short gun with an offset eye. Now they'll move McCall up. They want to throw here on first down. Long ball. That's first down yardage and then some, and a long flag comes in. There was an official about 3 yards away that didn't call the interference. The official about 15 yards away said, yeah, we got that. Now, which squad are they going to call that on? I guess that's the question, because no one's really moved yet. And you don't have a white hat, so there's no one actually taking charge. So you're going to spot this off against Clearview.
And in junior high, as in high school, it's a 15-yard, not a spot of the penalty foul. So,
and it's only a first down if it's a first down.
That's right. It's not automatic.
Yeah, one of the rule changes that have come forth, and again on 1st and 10. With the 15-yard pickup there on the penalty, it'll certainly be enough for a first down. 3:41 left in the first quarter, 6-0 in favor of Clearview. Lorraine driving now, though. Up the middle with the rush. Get the ball down to the 35-yard line. And I believe that was Isaiah McDowell on the carry. He's shaking his hand a little bit, may have gotten popped. Get that weird little sensation every once in a while. You take a direct hit. But on a first down, you pick up a couple, you keep the ball in the middle of the field, you really keep your options open. Second and 8. High snap. Pitch is going to go off to McCall. McCall wants to work upfield. Steps over one would-be tackler. He's out on the loose now. He's at the 10, at the 5, into the end zone and touchdown. We're tied up. No. Yep, there it is. I thought the one official on the far side was going to say he stepped out of bounds, but he's able to tiptoe that sideline and take it in to tie the ball game at 6. And again, you saw McCall take the ball, and once he got past the line of scrimmage, you just saw that he was able to kind of, oh, wait a minute. There's a flag on the play. It's coming back.
Oh, no.
There's a spot foul was dropped at about the first down marker. I didn't see that one until just now, so they'll take it back. And essentially make it a second down and 10. Oh, that was effort that was wasted. That's a shame.
Yeah. And actually, it was probably away from the play because the run itself was very athletic, and he was along the sideline, and that's unfortunate.
Right. The spot on the foul where the flag was dropped was inside the hash, in between the hashes, and the ball was way out on the edge. You're right, Joe. Cario Edwards at quarterback again. At the fullback, Isaiah McDowell. Look to throw here. On second down, a little bit too high, almost picked off. Jalen Paschal had a shot at that one, and boy, he's slapping his helmet saying, I could have had that one. 3rd and 10 now with 2:47 left in the first quarter.
Just off the fingertips of the receiver, then almost intercepted.
Yeah.
That might have been a pick 6.
It might have been. There wasn't a whole lot of folks in front of him. He's still frustrated. He's out there shaking his head. That's a shame. All right, so here you go, 3rd down and 10. Let's see if Lorraine can pick this up. Zach Gonzalez is going to be the slot on the left side. Split out wide to that side as well, Tayshawn Brown. At offset eye with the shotgun. Working upfield, head shaking and baking. Edwards will get wrapped up, and you'll get to the line of scrimmage, and that was about it. I really thought there for a moment he was going to make a break. So you've got 4th down here. Now, do you kick it here, or are you content with where you are on the field to go for it? I'd go for it.
I would too, because Clearview, the first time they had the ball, didn't have any trouble driving it down. Actually, the one big run.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
And you're inside the 40, so
60 yards is a long way for a junior high team to go.
If you were on the other side of the 50, I'd say punt, but
I agree.
You're in the 30s.
So it looks like Lorain High is going to go for it. Edwards going to make sure everybody's lined up. Has a slot formation to the left, tight end to the right. Offset eyes. He steps back in that short gun. $1:53 on the first quarter clock. It's running. Want to throw. Little shovel pass comes out to the near side. Maurice Cleveland. He'll spin, get wrapped up at the 35, and dropped well short of the first down. Pick up there of a couple, and we'll flip the flags and head the other way. Stop the clock for just a moment.
Yeah, it's too bad. A penalty took points off the board for Longfellow, and
doggone it. I mean, it's those things that varsity coaches talk about, Joe. It's FIPS. If you're familiar with that Avon Lake program, that's their line. It's fumbles, interceptions, and penalties, and those are the things that you'll talk about, taking scores off the board. So we'll get back at it here. Clearview will have an opportunity on their second possession, up 6-0 with 1:44. Pitch is going to go off to the left side. On the carry is Engel. Steps in, then bounces out. He's going to have first down yardage and then a few more before he gets dragged down out of bounds on the far side of the field. And I want to say that it was Brown over there on a cornerback that kind of came up and made that play. That was a pickup of about, 12, maybe 13 to pick up that first down. Gerald McCall's going to line up at defensive end or outside backer here. Mike Hale at one of the tackles. Chris Rodriguez also along that defensive front for Lorain on 1st down and 10. To snap, a little reverse action, play action, check that. Javon Todd wants to turn the corner again. He's going to get double teamed high and low out on the edge. Nice job there between Cario Edwards and Isaiah McDowell bringing him down.
He was pretty contained, but he was still able to pick up a solid 3 yards on that. 4. Actually, where they mark it, they're going to give him 4 yards. So
bring up a 2nd and 6, and he broke midfield. Under a minute left in this first quarter. 2nd down at about 6. Yusef Alziera coming onto the field along that defensive front. Well, the Clippers just getting off in time. Pass goes downfield. That should be 1st down yardage, and a couple more inside the 40 down to about the 39-yard line. Bunch of white helmets in on the stop as they wave the flags forward. And on the reception for Clearview was Jason Norwood. And on the stop, I want to say I saw a couple different guys. Maurice Cleveland was in there. And I want to say Hernandez was in on the stop as well. But another 1st down. We're down to about 10 seconds. And it looks like we're going to go ahead and let the quarter run on out here. And then we'll take a short break.
We'll be right back.
There you go.
Jenny, Jenny dear, don't forget my dress for the fashion show. We want to look my best now.
Jenny, we started our book report. Here's the cover.
Yeah, now all we need is a beginning,
a middle,
and an end.
Jenny
dear. Hi, honey.
Are you feeling blue? What's wrong with being blue?
Well, where should I start?
If you're a teen dealing with stress, there's help. Visit the Will Rogers Institute website for a free booklet about teen stress and how you can de-stress your life.
Right.
Sergeant Jason Nielsen served his country as an MP in Iraq.
I was in Iraq for 10 months before I was hit by that sniper.
He suffered a paralyzing injury, ending his military service. Paralyzed Veterans of America's National Service Officers are trained to help injured veterans get all the benefits they've earned.
She worked with my wife, took care of everything for me just so I could focus on just recovery and trying to get on with life.
To learn more, visit pva.org.
All right, time to start the 2nd quarter here at Tom Hoch Field. Clearview High School, Clearview up 6-0, and they're going to throw here on this 1st down. Flip it out to the edge, and there, I believe, was Jalen Paschel. He's going to pick up 6, maybe 7 yards on that 1st down pitch and catch. That's not too awful bad. Todd able to get it out there on the edge. Coming up with some help on the defensive side of things, Kevin Brown. He's a 2nd down and about 3.
He's been real effective on 1st down.
They have been, and it's interesting because they're doing a nice job stretching the field laterally. And I think that's one of the adjustments that Longfellow is going to need to make. And I will go with Longfellow, and I apologize if I've offended anyone here earlier in the broadcast. Pitch goes left side, Engel wants to find the corner, gets there, but nicely done is Tayshawn Brown coming up, grabbing him around the shoulder pads and dragging him down. He may have a 1st down, but that could have been a lot worse if you don't make that tackle on the edge. Get some players trotting in and out here. Coming onto the field, Guillermo Alicea. Lineup looks to be he'll be an outside backer, defensive end. Kind of depends on how you. If it's a 3-4, you're a linebacker. If it's a 5-2, you're a defensive end. Other than that, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Is that bunch formation in the backfield. Handoff goes to Engel. He wants to go up the middle.
Man.
Big flags come in from either side following the big hit.
No, it was you didn't see that.
I missed it. I was looking down.
Oh, that's okay. No, his helmet got almost yanked off.
Yikes.
Grabbing in there, he just grabbed the wrong thing.
Well, it sometimes happens, and fortunately at this level, you know, when it does happen, there's almost not enough force to really cause huge injury, although that risk is still there. But they'll step off the 15 yards, spot the ball. Well, Where are we going to spot it? We had it at about the 8. Then we walked back to the 13. Now it's at the 11.
Yeah, it's in the middle.
You know, kind of the average. That's all right. Actually, I guess technically at the 12. So we'll go there, and Clearview has an opportunity for a first down. But I tell you what, at the junior high level, if you can get that close, you're almost guaranteed going in. Man in motion is Kirkwood. Javon Todd wants to find the corner.
Nice pursuit.
Ain't going to happen. Well done. You know, it starts off with Kevin Brown just kind of slowing him down. And then, like you said, Joe, great pursuit down the line. Isaiah McDowell coming up and helping out on that stop.
And nice job on the secondary. I took a peek there. There was a couple guys, but they were well covered, so quarterback didn't have anything else to do with the ball. And, you know, and Lorraine was lucky to get him for a 4-yard loss.
We'll mark the ball back at the 15-yard line. We'll exchange of players here on the Clearview side of things. Spinning out to the right side, Jalen Paschal. 3 receivers go off to the left for Clearview. Looks like Longfellow's going to match up man coverage. Rolling out will be Todd. Flips it downfield. Finds a man. That'll be Norwood. And he's met at the line of scrimmage, but not before he gets in. Maurice Cleveland there to try to make a play at that last moment, unable to wrap him up and drop him before he got in. So that'll make it 12-0 in favor of Clearview. And Lorraine's going to have some work to do here.
Yeah.
And this remaining 5:41, and it's really going to be incumbent upon them to try to come up with a score here before you let halftime roll up on you. Would assume Clearview will go for the deuce again.
I don't know
Is
if I've
that
ever.
another rule?
You know, I'm not sure.
It might be.
Although, actually, you know, it should be 2 point. To run it in is 1 and to kick it is 2. I would, because it's much
It's
difficult, more difficult at this level to kick.
Todd rolling out, fires toward the end zone, has a man there. And on the 2-point conversion, Dustin Smith able to bring it in. So that'll make it 14-0 in favor of Clearview. Well, we've got a minute. John, I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna offer this as much of a compliment as anything else. You're doing a great job on social media, keeping everybody apprised of what's going on in Lorain City Schools, both in terms of sports and the arts and all the other activities. Lots of ways to check in with the Lorain City Schools and WLCS. You can follow them on Twitter. It's let me try it again. It's at LCS_TV20. YouTube is Lorain Schools TV20, and that's the same for Facebook, right?
That's right. Yep.
So just about anything you see on TV20, or if you don't benefit from TV20, you can check out on those sources as well.
You can jump on Twitter if you can't make it to a Friday night game or basketball game or volleyball game, and you just can't wait till next day to get the scores. Actually, we update all the scores on our Twitter and Facebook.
I follow you. Friday nights when I'm out doing games, I'm watching what's going on.
Awesome. And then for people that have DirecTV or Dish, all our games are on YouTube, so you can watch them anytime, on demand.
Longfellow with the ball again. Pitch is going to go to the right side. McCall hesitates out along the sideline. He actually did step out of bounds here. I don't think the officials saw it. The Clearview coaches saw it, but he's going to pick up a nice rip here of about 23 yards. And give him up to where he was actually tackled on the field as opposed to stepping out. That's a nice little run there for McCall.
Just what the doctor ordered for Lorraine. A couple drives, didn't net any points. Of course, the last drive we had the penalty that called back a score. And, down 2 scores, you don't want to let this one get out of hand. So if Longfellow could answer here, that would be great going into halftime.
1st and 10, ball spotted at the 43. Joe, I agree. It's important, even with the high school guys and in the college, momentum is a huge deal, especially when you sit down at halftime and start thinking about things. So if you can cut into that, you'd help yourself. McCall's going to get the pitch again. This time he wants to go left. Steps inside the outside defender and then gets cut under by Andrew Engel.
That's a nice tackle by Engel.
It was.
Because if he could have got past Engel, that was going to be a big game.
Well, Engel did it right. He's facing a pretty decent-sized back, and, the thing the back needs is his legs, and he took him right out from under him. So 2nd down and 10 here, essentially no gain. 5 minutes left in the half. Splitting out to the right side. That'll be Kevin Brown. Longfellow really taking their time getting this one snapped off, and you're going to get motion along the line. And apparently Abraham Hernandez thought the same thing I did and said, let's go, guys. Unfortunately, no one else was going.
Yeah, he went before the ball, so fortunately it'll be a 5-yard penalty.
I'm a little impatient. He's a little impatient. It's all good. Mark off 5 yards and snap it again.
Is there any truth to the rumor? I probably shouldn't be asking this on the air, but somebody told me in the next couple of years they're going to instigate a 25-second clock in all high schools. They're going to have to provide that. Have you heard anything about that?
I've heard rumors only.
Because a lot of fields already have them.
Yes, especially the newer fields with the turf. McCall avoids one would-be tackler, sticks his head down, spins
nice
off
spin.
another. He's at the 30 to the 25, 20. It's a sprint into the end zone. He's going to get the score. Now we're going to have to check those blocks down at the edge. No flags coming down, no flags anywhere on the field. So there's the touchdown.
There we go. No laundry. That's good.
That's a heck of a run, and that was about a 48-yard run. You think about the penalty yards from a little earlier on, so that's very well done. McCall, again, we see those guys with that skill set once they turn that corner, but then that spin move.
That was pretty awesome.
Let's see what Lorraine, I did it again. Longfellow's going to do here.
You're fine.
Down by 8. Going to go for the deuce. At this level, I'd go. Oh, I wanted to say they were. Are they? Yeah, they're going to go for the deuce. At this level, I'd go for 2 all the time anyway. Even if you got a kid that can kick, just hold on to that. That'll be a secret for later on. Cario Edwards, hands off, up the middle with the run. Maurice Cleveland, and the pile doesn't quite get to the goal line. So it's going to stay at 14-6 with 4:06 left in the first half. Going back to that clock issue, it would be nice, but there are ways to manage that. The play clock. There's always going to be an official directly in front of the quarterback that will let you know when you got 5 seconds left on the play by putting his hand into the air. It's his job. So all you got to do is watch that guy. Maybe the referees union wants them to get out of that.
And when it hits 0, it's like, there you go.
Well, yeah, takes them out of it. And I think teams get used to having it. And if you're a squad, like, for example, and one of the teams that I'll see this weekend on WDLW is Avon Lake. They're hosting Brecksville.
Yeah.
Beautiful facility, state-of-the-art, huge scoreboard.
25.
They've got the clocks.
Yeah, Strobel Field in Sandusky is very nice, too. They've got that, yeah. I think Avon does too, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if there's a big corporate sponsor out there that wants to help us with their field, let us know. At George Daniel.
So there you go. Venerable George Daniel. Big contact out on the edge, trying to throw a block. On the carry with Javon Todd. And coming up on the stop, following all of that contact.
That was a good pursuit. I thought that was going to be a big gain. I mean, it was. He did gain about 7 or 8, but that could have broke for a lot more.
That's your quarterback. Carl Edwards came up and just laid a lick and made the tackle. We've got a timeout on the field.
Show a little bit of the cheerleaders here. 7th grade has cheerleaders here at Clearview. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, we'll just. I was going to say we could turn it over to them, and they stopped. But they're out here cheering and trying to get everybody into the game. Right now, it's score 14-6 in favor of the Clippers.
I'll put the camera on and then I'll run away.
Yeah, of course. They're junior high young ladies. That's what they do. So teams will huddle up here on a 2nd down and 3. Ball will be spotted at the 42, or actually closer to 43 when we get back to play here. And a little bit of energy coming off that Clearview sideline. And I really think, and what's worked for them offensively has been really, stretching the field laterally. It's worked for Longfellow as well when they've been able to do that. Clippers will trot back out on. Longfellow will stay in their huddle right near midfield. Ball on the near hash, so
It's important for Lorraine to hold Clearview out of the end zone, because coming out of halftime, Clearview gets the ball. They deferred at the start, so you don't want to have the potential of being down 3 scores. Right now it's 1.
Exactly.
Got to keep them out of the end zone.
It goes back to that whole issue of momentum. Down linemen never truly get down for Longfellow. Engel's going to get the pitch. He's got first down yards across midfield, gets wrapped up and dragged down by Zach Gonzalez. But boy, what a nice job on Engel's part. Just kind of picking out his blocks and then wanted to cut back. I had the same reaction you did when you said, wow, I thought he was going to break a big one.
Yeah.
1st and 10. Ball will be at the Lorraine Longfellow 43. I'm stuck. I started it, now I can't lose it. Oh, my goodness. 3.5 minutes left. The clock here at this point clearly in favor of the Clippers.
There's still plenty of time.
3 receivers off to the left, 1 to the right. High snap goes over Todd's head. He's got to go back and pick it up. And he's going to get wrapped up and dropped back at the 35. Should probably spot that a couple yards forward, but I think they're going to leave it right at the 35.
Well, if you're a Lorraine fan, that's just what the doctor ordered.
No doubt about that. So now 2nd and...
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. 15, 20, 25, 31.
Wow.
Well, the scoreboard says 32, so we'll go with that.
Okay.
They had more time to count. Better angle. They're at least another 1.5 feet higher than we are. Timeout coming off the Clearview bench. I want to talk about this a little bit. And we joke about this during our broadcast. Coaches always have down and distance play sheets, at least typically they do. Certainly
it's not much. I know where you're going.
This is a short column. You don't have a whole lot of plays for 2nd and 32.
No.
Or anywhere near that.
Clearview, what you want to do, if you're Clearview, you want to get 10 or 15. You pick it up in chunks. Although I think if they don't get 25, 30 yards on 2nd down here, and they don't pick up the 1st down, then they're gonna punt it. But now it's kind of reversed. If Lorraine could hold them, they might want to look at stopping the clock here and seeing if they could pick up a quick score before half and maybe tie this thing.
No, it would make a lot of sense if they can pull that off. It's a tall task though right now.
Well, the way they've been running it, all it takes is 1 break, either on both sides, because a lot of the touchdowns have been on big plays.
True enough.
Or at least getting them into position for a touchdown.
We'll see what they pull out the bag of tricks here. Todd's going to be the quarterback. Looks like it's going to be Kirkwood, the running back.
We'll see how Clearview plays it.
Your base defense here.
And they're going to pass it.
Wants to throw. He's got big pressure from behind. Boy, good job scrambling there by Todd. Now he's going to tuck and head upfield. Shrugs off another tackle. He'll get... Oh, he's still on his feet. Then gets hit from behind. A big hit. From the 35 up to the 47, so we'll pick up about 12 there. Bring a 3rd down, and
I don't know if he meant to, but very smart. He did one thing he didn't do. Did not go out of bounds.
Well, that's true.
So the clock keeps ticking, and it's 3rd and 20.
The other thing he didn't do was he didn't fumble it when he got popped.
Oh, yeah. Well, it wasn't too smart to take the hit, but from a quarterback standpoint, but he stayed in bounds.
Well, at this level, hey, let him go, Let him run. Be free, fly. 3rd down and about 20. Want to throw it, and they do so. They'll get it out on the edge, and as soon as he catches it, Jason Norwood's going to get wrapped up.
If I'm Lorraine, I'd call a timeout.
Boy, that tackle made by Isaiah McDowell.
Lorraine,
you might think about it.
Come on, timeout.
Clock's running down to 1:17. It was about 1:25 when that play came to a close, and I think Longfellow's content just to let this burn its way on out.
I don't think they've used all 3 of their timeouts.
I want to say no. There's your timeout.
Oh, gosh.
57 seconds. Yeah, you
Not to be
gave up
critical,
a few.
20 seconds ran off the clock. That's okay. 7th grade football.
It is. And, it's 7th grade coaches, and that's...
Hey, we're up here in the stands,
That's true. And to be honest with you, I mean, these are the coaches that will make stars.
You're exactly. And they don't get the credit.
You're right.
These are the guys that are laying the foundation for future stars. You're absolutely right.
Teach them the basic techniques.
Yep.
Have them focus on the game and
get them interested.
Do all the right things. Exactly.
Make it fun.
Yep.
Keep them happy.
Yep.
At this level, hopefully everybody will get some playing time.
I would hope. I would absolutely hope. And you still want to win.
Yep.
I mean, don't ever discount that. But at the same time, you want to make sure that everybody has an experience that they can build off of. What's the old Michael Jordan didn't make his freshman basketball team?
Is that a true story?
I believe it is. I've heard him talk about it, and he's kind of admitted to it. Not heard him personally.
Did he not make it because he missed a deadline or something, or he just didn't make it because he didn't make it?
Well, it's hard to believe.
They must have had a heck of a freshman team. Just say it.
They didn't give extra points for tongue waggling.
Yeah, right.
All right, so Clearview's going to punt it away here. They've got an interesting little formation here.
Well, speaking of basketball, Cavs open tonight, preseason play. Be interesting to see what kind of team they have.
Agreed. There's your punt, a directional punt. Good one. It's going to bounce at about the 25 and roll dead at the 23. Just waiting for that whistle to blow. So 48, almost 49 seconds left here for Lorraine High to pull a little magic out of the hat. Get the sticks set up here, and we'll see what goes on. I would kind of guess that part of the plan here is for McCall to get the ball.
Yep.
And try this right side edge, this right side of the offense edge. That's where he's had some success today.
Yeah, you never know. He could break something along the sidelines and do a couple spin moves and hopefully get into the end zone. But not a whole lot of time left.
Spin move worked earlier.
Sure did.
Edwards can throw the ball a good bit, so that might be in the offing as well. First down from the 23-yard line. And here we go with the throw. Pressure right up the middle, and Edwards just scrambling on his own, having to try to create here, not getting a whole lot of help from his teammates, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be it. A lot of individual effort there for Cario Edwards.
Yeah, you ran about 30 to get nothing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he got trouble back there, and give him credit for getting back to the line of scrimmage, because I thought for sure when he started going backwards, it was going to end up bad. I'm sure the coaches will mention that you really don't want to run backwards. It's tough to give up that much to get some. He'll line up a quarterback again with 3 seconds. Goes back a little further in that shotgun snap. Fires downfield, has a receiver, Zach Gonzalez. He's going to get wrapped up and dropped. He'll have first down yardage, but that'll bring zeros up on the scoreboard. And the first half is going to end with Clearview up by a touchdown and an extra 2-point extra point, 14-6 over Longfellow. We're going to take a little bit of a break. When we come back, third quarter action coming your way right here on WLCS TV 20.
McGruff the crime dog here. We've all heard of identity theft. Now I'm going to show you how those thieves do it. Watch. He's secretly photographing her credit card with his cell phone. Now watch. They pretend they have a package to deliver, and while they're trying to fit it in the mailbox, they're taking her credit card payments and other paid bills. To learn how to protect yourself from identity theft, go to weprevent.org. Keep your identity to yourself and help take a bite out of crime.
Hi, I'm Jenny Garth. As a mom, there's nothing more important to me than seeing my kids smile. That's why I've teamed up with the American Association of Orthodontists to shine a light on the importance of a healthy, beautiful smile. We all want to look our best, and an attractive smile is part of it. Getting your child an orthodontic checkup can make a huge difference in their future. Orthodontists straighten teeth and jaws. And if braces are needed, today's hip models let kids sport their own personal style during treatment. To learn more, visit braces.org.
I'm Rochelle Lefebvre, and this is Johnny. We're working with Best Friends Animal Society to stop the suffering of millions of breeding dogs in puppy mills who supply puppies to pet stores. You can help too, by not adding to the demand for pet store puppies. When searching for your next best friend, do what I did. Adopt. Don't shop. Let a shelter dog like Johnny steal your heart.
All right, welcome back for third quarter action at Tom Hoch Field. Clearview Clippers up 14-8 over the Longfellow Longhorns. Clearview won the toss and deferred, so they'll start things off. Handoff goes to the left side of the offense. Engel still on his feet from the 35 up to close to the 40. So we'll give him a pickup there of about 4, bring up second down and 6.
I'd say 4 yards in a cloud of dust, but I tell you, the field looks really nice.
It's not bad. It's, I was kind of walking because I dropped something earlier. I walked back behind the steps, and back here it's a little muddy, but the field looks fine.
The field looks great.
7.5 minutes.
I wish my lawn looked half as good.
Your lawn looks fine. I've seen your lawn before.
That needs a lot of work.
Javon Todd, the quarterback for Clearview, sits in the short gun, gives a little fake, then the pitch on the option off
nice
to
juke.
Engel. Engel steps inside one would-be tackler, avoids a couple more, spin at the midfield, still on his feet, gets dragged down at about the opposite 46-yard line. So a nice take there, about 16, maybe 17 yards.
Yeah, where it looked almost Lorraine was going to tackle him for a big loss and spun away and ended up making a big gain.
Spin move's big here today. That's the second good spin move we've seen. First down and 10. And again, this battle of undefeateds. Clearview coming in at 5-1. Lorraine not even with a tie at this point. In jeopardy here, though.
Yeah.
Early on in this third quarter, down by 8, 14-6.
Yeah, if you don't hold them here, you're going to be down 2 scores.
That could be big. We'll fake the pitch, hand off underneath. That'll be Kirkwood. Kirkwood gets popped and laid pretty hardly into this turf here at the 40-yard line. Hit there made by Isaiah McDowell.
McDowell with a big hit.
It's pretty impressive at this level to form up that well. I mean, because it wasn't just about how hard he hit him, but he wrapped him up.
It's textbook.
Yeah. I was watching a game the other day, and I saw kind of the most ridiculous hit I'd ever seen. I mean, it was a big hit, but it was just a hit. It wasn't a tackle. And, the announcer talked about, just good old school technique. And I'm like, I never remember anybody coaching that at all. That was formed up very well. Second down, and we're going to call it about 4 here. High snap bounces off the hands of the quarterback. Pitch goes off to Engel anyway. Tries to turn that corner, gets wrapped up and dropped. Good job, especially on the edge. Tayshawn Brown, we've called his name a couple times here defensively from that cornerback position, forcing the play back in and then helped out on the tackle.
Stayed at home, contained him, and able to tackle him for a couple-yard loss. Brings up a big third down.
We talk on our radio broadcast about big third downs. It's like every third down is a big. In this situation, it actually is pretty significant here. You can get the stop, you'll get the ball back. You may not have the best field position, but if you're Longfellow, you certainly want to get it back sooner than later. Give yourself a couple more opportunities in the ball game. So that 4-back offensive set, and you're going to get a flag, and that's going to help Clearview out. A little anxious on the edge there, stepping across the line of scrimmage, and at junior high, it's not about staying there, it's crossing it. So step off 5, and 3rd and 6 is going to become 3rd and about 1.
Wow, it's a big penalty.
I think the sticks moved. I don't think they should be quite where they are.
Yeah, the guy with the down marker should be, but that's okay.
Keeper right up, and boy, I tell you what, Javon Todd is going to surprise everybody. Still on his feet inside the 25. He needed a couple. Ends up picking up about
a bunch.
Yeah, close to 15. He's a tough runner. Once he got going, there wasn't much slowing him down. He's going to trot over to the sideline here. He's going to get the play, and then he'll trot back on. First down and 10 at the 17. Is that right? No.
22.
22, yeah. So that's what I get for watching the scoreboard. Sometimes catching myself doing that. Todd will stay in that. But this formation for Clearview has been very successful. They'll run motion out of it, a little misdirection. Handoff goes inside. Norwood again with the carry. Now he'll work it inside, down close to the 15, I want to say.
Yes.
Thank you. So you can zoom in on that stuff. You got the lens.
Still have the angle, though.
Yeah. They call it second down and a long deuce, maybe three, short three. Julian Colbert will come up depending on whether you watch Comedy Central. He's the center for Clearview. Snap, quarterback's going to keep it. Todd tries the edge. There's another spin move, another one. He's going to work forward for first down yardage plus. Looks like he's inside the 10, close to the 5. And Clearview here threatening to blow this one a little bit more open than it already is. Tough to speak of a touchdown and a 2-point extra point as having it blown open, but at this level,
two scores would be big.
Yeah. Longfellow gets its personnel kind of straightened out. Neither bench excessively deep at this level. Todd hands off right up the middle into the end zone. Engel, touchdown.
Wow.
One of the officials was tapping his head, and I'm not quite sure why. Well, popping out after putting the score up on the board. 20-6 now. 2:34 mark in this third quarter. And you said that was a big score, Joe. I'd have to agree with you. It's going to be tough now for Longfellow in the ensuing quarter and change.
Well, it's really critical now. You do not give up that 2-point because if it's going to force you to get 2 of them.
Todd rolls off to his left, can throw if he wants to. He's just going to tuck and head for the corner and get there. Gets popped after he gets in and sent over to the track. But he's going to get the 2 points, and the official over there did not throw a flag.
Yeah, he was looking the other direction.
I have to go over and look at him. He may be hurt, and that's what you don't want to see. Junior high football player injured here, especially going into the end zone. That's the time when you need, as a coach, to just get everybody over to the sidelines. Have him take a knee. I'll attend to the young man on the field while they're going to take care of him, and hopefully he'll be fine. If you're a Lorain City School employee, you know that the Lorain School Employees Credit Union wants to help you enter the red zone. In financial terms, that's the green zone. For a higher rate of return with an LSECU certificate of deposit, you call the play and pick the terms. We'll provide the blocking with the best rates in town. Open the playbook and call LSECU at 282-4600 and talk with your CD coach. Put it in the end zone every time with an LSECU certificate of deposit. And looks like they're going to, back on the field, send everybody over to the sidelines. And over on that far sideline, Avon Todd's still down and being attended to.
Tell you what, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back after a few.
Hopefully with some good news.
Excuse me. Excuse me, are you Santa Claus? I heard you might be him. If you are him, here's my list.
Help the Marines make Christmas possible for less fortunate children. Donate a new toy to Toys for Tots.
Here's Santa Claus.
One visual, and you have the lead on the right. Have the lead on the right. Sights on. Left 9 now. Coming home. You got the airspeed on me. Visual. Oh, there you are. Darn, I was hoping you wouldn't see me. It's my turn to gun track. Let's do that one again. Okay.
Just in case you didn't catch the number the first time.
All right, welcome back. Here's the good news. Young Javon Todd is on the sideline. A little bit worse for wearing with his helmet off, but moving on his own and seemed to be moving pretty well. So that's certainly good news. 22-6 is the bad news for Longfellow. They'll take over and they'll try to get it around the edge, and that one's going absolutely nowhere. A loss of almost 5 on that carry on first down. Gerald McCall wanted the corner and just couldn't ever get there. Didn't actually go down. But that was blown up by a very aggressive Clearview defense, and you kind of wonder if following that injury, if he's not going to, the Clearview defense isn't going to try to pick up for their injured comrade. Second and about 15. Tayshawn Brown's going to split out to the near side. In the offensive backfield, Isaiah McDonald. I think he's had one carry a little bit earlier. Wouldn't be surprised to see him get one sometime soon here. High snap. Edwards fires, and that one's going to end up short. Intended that time for Zach Gonzalez, incomplete. Looked to be Jason Norwood being a little bit closer to make the play on that ball for the Clippers. Now third down and long with 1:41 in the third quarter. And 3 and out here is not exactly what you're looking for by any stretch of the imagination.
No, especially being down 2 scores and waning moments of the third quarter. We really need a first down here.
Kevin Brown, Zach Gonzalez coming off to the near side.
Tall order, though. Third and about 16.
Yeah. They're going to throw it. Pump fake and a whole lot of trouble in that offensive backfield. Individual effort here by Edwards, and he's still on his feet, dragging a guy that's wrapped up around his ankle. His teammates are holding him up, but finally the officials will blow it dead. And that's going to be for another loss of about 5.
Wow.
Back to the,
yeah,
was that the
25? Down and 20.
Boy. You've got to kind of punt it here. But
yeah.
You're running out of time. Clock's running at 1:12 left in the third. They spotted him at the 24. It's actually closer to 21 here. And it does look as though
you got it.
I was going to punt it here.
Yeah.
Edwards is going to handle the kicking duty. Angle is deep for Clearview, as is Kirkwood. Kirkwood's the young man standing about midfield. Angle to the nearer sideline. Snap is back, kicks away, end over end. Angle at about the 49-yard line. Picking his way through, head up, looking around, nice return. Gets it down to about the 30-yard line. And the Clippers with another good opportunity here. 25 seconds left on third quarter clock. No secret, Joe, you were a Clipper.
I was.
You were a pretty successful Clipper too, weren't you?
That was okay. That was good.
You holding that back?
We don't want to tell the story. We don't want to go there.
Oh. Another time with a few adult beverages.
Yeah, there we go. But I do have very fond memories of the field and the late Tom Hoch and.
Well, and I was telling you as we were driving over, I've got my own memories of Tom Hoch. I'll touch on that here if we have a chance. 25 seconds left. Handoff goes inside. Engel looking for room, does not find it. Gets wrapped up and dropped, and really a nice job that time. Darius Martinez stuck with it. He could have given up on that play and chose to stay with it. And ended up making the tackle. 5 seconds on this third quarter clock. Both teams are going to head to the sideline, get some final instructions before they put the last few minutes up on the clock. Clippers up 22-6 over Longfellow. We'll step away and be right back on WLCS TV 20.
Louis definitely has it on lock. As you see him right here, throwing it on his first hit, no problem. Typical Blyler fashion. Whoa!
I'm Gretchen Bleiler, Olympic silver medalist.
And I'm Louis Vito, U.S. Snowboarding Grand Prix champion.
It's taken a lot of work to get where we are in snowboarding.
You know, I love being active all year round, whether it's snowboarding, dancing, or just hanging out with your friends outdoors.
Say yes to a healthy lifestyle and no to underage drinking.
To become an all-star, go to asklistenlearn.com.
All right, 8 more minutes up on the clock. Fourth quarter action from Tom Hoch Field here at Clearview High School. 7th grade boys football, 22-6. Clearview with the lead. And time waning here if you're a Lorraine sports fan. Longfellow struggling, and opportunity here. Javon Todd back into the ball game. Looks to throw, ends up working upfield. Todd was the young man that was injured a few minutes ago on that extra point attempt. Ended up getting into the end zone, but looks like he's doing okay right now. We were mentioning a minute ago our Clearview story, and you do have a good Clearview story, by the way, which we won't tell.
No, we don't need to go there.
But I had the pleasure of playing in the second annual. This tells you how old I am. You can do the math now. The second annual Lorain County All-Star Football game. And I played for Coach Hoch here, and we practiced right at this field. So that's kind of
that's cool.
My memory, yeah. Todd fires downfield, completes that one, has his receiver, Dustin Smith. Smith gets wrapped up and slammed out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. I'll tell you what, Javon Todd took a hit earlier, and we weren't quite sure if we were going to see him back in here. That was a phenomenal quarterback play. He could have turned that upfield, saw his receiver, and fired it downfield. Nice catch by Smith, and Lorraine High now. I'm sorry, Longfellow. Again.
You did it again.
I did it again. You know, when you're used to doing those high school games, you know, that's my excuse at least.
Yeah.
And we've all got to have an excuse for missing things. Anyway. 7 minutes on the clock. And the Clippers here threatening once again. I'm probably not getting it right. Are they actually the Clippers?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. That's right, because the junior high is part of the... That's right. Okay. I'll get it straight here in just a second. Todd, hands off, a little bit of a delay here, and on the carry is Engel. Engel will work down inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line. On the stop there, Riley Martin helping out on the tackle. Also in on the stop was Isaiah McDowell.
Yeah, what Longfellow really needs now is a turnover. With under 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, down 2 scores is a tall order. 3 would just make it almost impossible.
So here comes that spread formation, and the quarterback keeper right up the middle for Javon Todd, and touchdown is the signal. So they'll mark 6 more up on the scoreboard here, and Todd able to drop in another couple points, and you know there was your worst fear, Joe.
Yeah,
right there.
Unfortunately,
28-6. I'm not saying it's impossible, but improbable certainly a descriptor here.
Especially with the way Clearview has moved the ball today.
Yeah. Actually, they've played pretty good on both sides of the ball. You're right. They've come across both offensively in terms of big plays and in terms of drives, but defensively they've stepped up a couple different times and really shut down what looked to be scoring opportunities or big play opportunities for Longfellow.
And Longfellow's been there. It's just they can't wrap them up. They've had him tackled for losses, and before you know it, he's ripping off 20 yards.
Pitch out of the angle. He's going to stop dead in his tracks. And check that. That's Kirkwood. Kirkwood wants to work upfield. He's going to get tripped, and a nice job there. Open field tackle by Cario Edwards. 6:21 on the clock. Lorraine or Longfellow Boy, oh boy, Longfellow's going to have a boatload of work to do. Speaking of work, you got to let your money do the work for you. Don't be penalized with low interest rates on your investment. Step up to the pocket and pass your funds to Lorain School Employees Credit Union. We'll tackle the competition so you'll win the financial game of interest. Choose a certificate of deposit and watch your APY score the maximum. Call us at 282-4600. And that's for all you folks that are Lorain City School employees or retired employees.
That's right.
Great opportunity there to make your money work for you.
Go see Neil Summers. He'll take good care of you.
Dropped Neil's paper earlier, and I'm glad we got it back.
Yeah.
Appreciate all the support.
Neil's wondering why we didn't read about him in the first half. It was the read was behind the bleachers.
It was a fumble on the play-by-play guy's part. Edwards, nice spiral downfield, has his receiver. Zach Gonzalez gets tripped up along the far sideline, but not before picking up a big chunk of yards, about 22 on that first down toss. And tell you what, Cargo Edwards throws a nice ball.
Yeah, it looked very good. It was right there, and you know, we need some more of those.
No doubt. You need big chunks right now. You're going to see more of that passing attack. They'll wind the clock at 6:13. Longfellow still down by 22, 28-6. Edwards will get everybody in place. He wants to throw again, takes a few extra steps. Big pressure up the middle. There goes another long ball. Has a receiver. That's going to be picked off. Jalen Paschal, and he may go here. He's at the 30 to the 35, has blockers, 40, midfield, gets wrapped up and dragged out of bounds by Maurice Cleveland. But boy, that was a big takeaway. You can tell by the reaction of the Clearview faithful here exactly how big that was, and they'll have it near midfield.
Yeah, we still have 5:44 to go, but that should about do it. I mean, we're down 3 scores, and you know, with Clearview having the ball in the 7th grade rules in effect, where if you score, you can't even onside kick it because there's no kickoff.
Right.
Going to be a tall order.
And Longfellow's going to take a timeout. So I'll take a little bit of a break here, and I just want to remind you, if you like what you see here on WLCS, there's a lot of ways to kind of keep up with sports and other events at Lorain High. And Joe, again, I think you do a great job making sure everybody's aware of what's going on. You can check us out on Twitter and follow us at LCS_TV20. YouTube channel, Lorain Schools TV 20, and Facebook page has coverage of just about everything going on with the schools, certainly the sports programs.
Yeah, sports,
music,
concerts, pictures,
yeah.
A lot of stuff in the community too. If there's something going on, I'll try to cover it. Kind of a video, photo junkie kind of person.
Well, you know, and I'll tell you this, and it's why I'm so aware. Obviously, I follow what you do on a couple different levels. Your Twitter feeds on Friday night are very helpful in terms of keeping up on what's going on with the Lorain High Titans. But my kids go to Lorain School, or 2 of the older ones did, and I have my youngest one still. But it's great to be able to pick up on some of the things that I miss.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am working Friday nights. I don't get to see the band, which is one of the things my daughter participates in, but I can pick it up. Courtesy of TV 20 and all the work that you do, Joe, and the AV Club when you're doing it at home. Those
Club TV 20.
Club TV 20. They do a great job.
They do. Yes.
So I appreciate all the work that you guys do, and I think it's a great opportunity for everybody around the city to keep up with what's going on with your schools. So I certainly encourage you to check that out. So Clearview with the ball here, 1st down and 10, right at midfield. 5:44 left in the ball game. They'll get everybody lined up in the right place.
By the way, that was a paid endorsement by myself. Thanks, Don.
You're welcome, but
checks in the mail.
I hope it's a big one. Run for a couple there on 1st down, and I think Cleary's content just to kind of burn some time here. And Mr. Hernandez trying to sneak an ear into that Clearview huddle, see what they're coming up with next. And he'll step back to his defensive line position. Mark Gately's sitting right next to him at nose tackle. They'll jump and give 5 free ones here to the Clippers. You ever see that, speaking of YouTube and that kind of stuff, there's a play where quarterback walks up to the center and tells the officials that they haven't marked the ball right, and the center just kind of turns around and hands the ball to the quarterback, and he starts stepping off 5 yards, and by the time he gets, to the 5 yards, he's behind the linebackers and he sprints to the end zone. Uh-oh, there goes a big run. Angle goes off the right side, and he's going to find pay dirt here into the end zone for another score for Clearview. No flags on the play, and well, I tell you what, once he got past the line of scrimmage, it was pretty much done.
Green
it was
pasture.
A sprint to the corner. So Clearview making a statement here this afternoon.
Poured it on in this second half.
Yeah, they are. They came in with 1 tie on the season and want to make sure everyone realizes that they're just as good as the undefeated squad across the line from them.
Yeah, today they're much better.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, being a Lorraine homie here.
Third man through will be stopped short of the end zone, so the score is going to say 34-6, 4:47 left. Well, at this point, Longfellow's really going to need to just, you play for things like pride at times like this, and you take an opportunity, you're on a field, it's a good field, work on some of the stuff you need to work on.
Sure, they got another game next week, and you want to go into that one with some positive momentum. So work on some of the things that you worked on all week, and hopefully they could be more successful.
It's always the goal. Take an opportunity to build skills. Take advantage of opportunities they come at you. All right, so here we go. First down and 10 at the 35-yard line. If Cario Edwards can kind of put the ball up in the air here a little bit more. He's had some success here. It looks like they're going to line up in more of a typical run formation. Have one receiver split off to the left side. Man in motion is Zach Gonzalez. Oh, they're going to go ahead and throw. Gonzalez is going to clear here. No, they'll go the other way. Had a receiver there. It's caught by Brown. Brown may go all the way. He's at the 10, to 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, no flags.
Well, that took like 10 seconds.
That'll help.
Wow.
So that's a 65-yard pitch and catch. And I tell you, at first, I thought Kevin Brown gave up on the pattern, but then recovered, made that catch, and just burned it along the far sideline. Showed some serious wheels. So there you go. There's a little bit of something to build on and
absolutely
get happy about. So now you got to get this 2-point extra point in the end zone here. Edwards. Looking over at the officials, I think you can go ahead and run the play. Still not sure of the formation or where they want to go. Maurice Kleeman's going to line up next to him. Pitch is going to go left side. Isaiah McDowell wants the corner, finds the end zone.
Oh, yeah, he took it right in there.
Put the 2 up on the board and make it 34-14. I like the sound of 34-14 a lot better than 34-6.
Yeah, you're right on there.
Now, the challenge, though, is that Longfellow defensively had a tough time slowing down the Clippers today.
I don't know if you necessarily teach this at the 7th grade level, but really what they need is a turnover in pulling that ball away, trying to get the turnover, because as we mentioned before, in 7th grade and in 8th grade football, there's no kickoff, so they get the ball at the 35. So Clearview has possession here, so you need a big turnover.
And if you're Clearview, at this point, you don't need to do anything dynamic. You want to get a couple first downs, but if you can rip a big one, you're gonna.
Oh, yeah.
It's the nature of the game.
Hey, at this level, these kids want to they want to hit the end zone.
Yeah.
They want success.
I still do, and I've got these guys by 40-some years. Well, maybe not that much, 30-some years. Handoff. That'll be an inside handoff. And this may be another big one. Kirkwood on the sprint down along the far side. He's going to get wrapped up and dropped out at the opposite 25. That's a 40-yard rip on first down, and that won't get you what you need. If you're
No, it sure won't.
Big little group of players over there. I'm not sure what was going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Spotted right at the 25, and clock continues to run under 4 minutes. Cool fall evening. You see the leaves starting to turn colors.
Sun's out.
Starting to feel like real football weather here.
It's a fall Chamber of Commerce day.
Oh, very nice. And play is stopped almost immediately after it starts, and it looks as though Longfellow's going to call a timeout.
Wow.
Maybe not enough guys.
Yeah, well, I'll give the coach some credit there. They saw something they didn't like, and at this point and at this level of play, you want to make sure fundamentally that you're sound and you're still in the positions you need to be. Unfortunately, Clearview today seems to be the better team, but that doesn't mean you want to throw away all that you worked for.
Right. I agree 100%. And we talked earlier about coachable moments and taking advantage of opportunities. So yeah, you got 3.5 minutes of football left to play. You might as well do it in the right way.
And this for these kids, the Longfellow kids haven't tasted the bitter taste of defeat all season. So this is a coachable and a teachable moment right now.
I don't care how good you are, it's not going to be the last time you get this bitter taste in your mouth.
That's right.
It will happen eventually. How you deal with it and how you respond to it becomes the big question. That bunch formation in the backfield, fake the pitch. You're going to fire toward the end zone. Has a receiver there. Paschal's there. Can't quite pull it in. Yeah, decent coverage. Dominic Water was out there trying to help out on the coverage, and young Mr. Paschal laid out a little bit. May have lost his wind.
I think it was more of his pride, maybe.
That could be it as well.
Thank all the Clearview people for tuning in. I saw this one on the schedule, and I says, being a former Clipper, and Clearview don't have any coverage as far as their sports, so I kind of circled it with a little asterisk and said, I'm going to try to cover this. Unfortunately, my star student, Hyatt Hernan, couldn't make it tonight, so instead of Hyatt, we get me. Which I apologize to all the people for that, but I'm glad we can give the Clearview community a little bit of coverage here. Give them a little bit of love.
Absolutely. It's still part of the same big family, big community. So certainly, thanks for inviting me along too. By the way, I appreciate it.
Well, being a Lorraine guy yourself, I'm glad you were able to do it.
You got to support your community, man. You got to get out there and have some fun with some things like this.
There's a great crowd here today.
Fantastic.
Actually on both sides for for a 7th grade game.
Absolutely. Cheerleaders are having a blast. They actually did a dance at halftime. You got to get a little movement along the offensive line.
Yeah, kudos to Clearview too. They had the concession stand open. I see people with nachos and hot dogs, and water, and
none of which have found their way up here, by the way.
So
we got to,
not even a water.
I know.
Well, I gave you a water.
You did give me a water, so I'm good. I'm not quite parched at this point, so they'll back it up 5 yards. Wind the clock at 2:40. Triple stacked I. Second back through is going to be Engel. He's ripped off a couple big ones earlier. He gets wrapped up along the far side after he picks up about, I want to say he picked up about 10 on that carry. It was a quick 10.
That's going to bring up a 4th down, so they could get a stop, and Longfellow could get one down there and make it a little bit closer, at least,
Official timeout on the field. There's a player down on the field. We'll see who this is. think it might be one of the Lorraine High players this time.
It is. Yep.
Checking an ankle or a part of his leg. Either way, you don't want to see injuries, and hopefully we'll see him pop back up. Meantime, we can say hello again once to one of our employees and retirees of Lorain City Schools. Don't forget, red zone, end zone, O-zone got y'all confused. Make your next play. Call a touchdown with a certificate of deposit at Lorain School Employees Credit Union. Our playbook has a CD rate that will score every time. Call your play at 282-4600 or stop by the office at 4459 Oberlin Avenue in Lorain. And young man able to get up and work his way off to the sideline. Is that Riley Martin? Looks like he's doing okay. A little bit of a hitch and a giddy up, but that's all right. Something my grandfather said I can't lose. Hitch and a giddy up. What did he do? He was a good guy.
So he was a cowboy.
He's southwestern PA farmer.
Oh. We'll have to
Horses
talk.
were part of the deal. There's Javon Todd heading off the left side, and he's going to put 6 more up on the board here at Tom Hoch Field. I get 40-14.
Todd's had a monster game.
In a lot of different ways. He's been throwing the ball, he's run the ball.
So southwestern Pennsylvania, what part?
Ah, boy. Right along the border with West Virginia.
Okay.
I mean, right at about as south and west as you can get.
Okay.
When he was young, he laid pipe along the hills, and then worked at the mills and around the Wheeling area in his older years. Extra body kind of coming out of the huddle. In high school, you get a flag on that. We're not going to see that here in junior high. Pitch goes to the right side. Kirkwood wants the corner.
He
gets it. 42-14 with 2 minutes and change left in this one. Clippers really having their way on this particular afternoon.
Yeah, I too have roots back in southwestern PA.
Where about?
Fayette County.
Okay.
Connellsville, Uniontown.
Okay. My daughter is in school right now. My second oldest daughter is in school in Washington, PA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Washington and Jefferson.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, I've made that ride a few times.
Quite a few times.
Yeah.
Now, not this past summer, but last summer, I sent 2 kids off to, or was that 2 years ago? Let me think here. Oh, to Waynesburg University.
Waynesburg, yeah.
And they had a sports broadcasting camp.
Oh, that's cool.
They got to work with the voice of the Cleveland didn't have anything, but they got to work with the voice of the Penguins, the Steelers, and a former voice of the Pirates, and a sports anchor from KDK in Pittsburgh. Spent a whole week on campus. It was an amazing experience, they tell me.
You know, those folks that work for KDK are no joke. They put together some broadcasts. Long ball here is going to be picked off at midfield again. Interception. Going to go the other way, and
that should do it.
I'm thinking. Who was it that picked that up? Richard Burrows, defensive back, and he'll get it. And with 2 minutes left on the clock, depending on the officials, you could kind of sort of kneel this one out.
Yeah.
If the officials were accommodating. First down, ball's going to be spotted at the 47-yard line.
Well, we didn't win. Hopefully, I'll sell a lot of DVDs.
There you go. I would think. I would think there'd be a few. There have been some good performances here, and actually not a whole lot of bad performances, to be honest with you. I didn't see anybody that was really struggling today.
I mean, how many kids in 7th grade can have their game on TV and have a play-by-play guy the caliber of yourself there?
Well, that's not a stretch.
No, no, come on. Work for the radio stations. You do Oberlin College. I mean, you're the man.
I'm here having fun.
Well, I'm glad to have you here today.
Well, thank you so much. And again, I do appreciate being asked. First down here. Clearview, we'll see how things go here as we wrap this one up. There's the kneel.
That's classy.
That's good gesture. I agree.
Yep.
Send Clearview back to the huddle. Clock's running down to 150. I think that's we've talked about Clearview, and obviously it's a Lorain High Station. I'm a Lorain guy. You're a now Lorain guy with Clipper roots. But this community, in terms of its sports and its inclusiveness, I mean, it's. I used to work with a guy that was at the time in his early 60s, and so this was 20 years ago. At this point, he'd be 80. I haven't talked to him for a few years, but even back then, going back talking about this community, this Clearview community, and how encompassing it is, and how accepting of it is of people in the community, and how supportive it is of the school and the sports. And I think you can see that just in terms of the way they're handling this right now, going ahead and taking a knee, and they've had things their way pretty much this afternoon, and are avoiding the opportunity and foregoing the opportunity to kind of sprinkle some salt in the wound. So
that's right. Yep.
Tip of the cap. 40 seconds here before we get to wrap this one up. The Clippers will once again go ahead and take a knee. There it is. So 4th down, forthcoming here. Hold that ball just a second. Don't put it down yet. There you go. It's 20. You can do that. There they go. So they'll send the teams to the sideline. And your final today, 42-14. Clearview Clippers over the Longfellow Longhorns. Tip of the cap to the Clippers, not only for the win today, but the way they handled it here in the latter moments. Good to see both of the players that seemed to be injured during the day up on their feet and doing okay. So with that, I think we'll wrap things up. Don't forget, check out all of WLCS's tweets. Check them out at Facebook and on YouTube.
Hey, you want a DVD of this? 282-8400.
282-8400. And
$10.
Joe will take care of you. $10, and that's not too awful bad. Joe, again, thank you very much for allowing me to join you today and have some fun here.
Thanks. Couldn't have done it without you.
A lot of fun. I'm Don Vincent for Joe Bach. Thanks. We'll see you next time right here on WLCS TV 20.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.